What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Kendall T. Johnson, better known as Kendall the Master Stylist, and welcome back to another episode of the Pretty Powerful Podcast. Welcome back to another episode of the Pretty Powerful Podcast. And I have some pretty powerful women in the studio with me today. Listen, you know what they say, two heads is always better than one, right? Well, this powerful duo, right, is powerful within their own right. So I'm just going to read just a little bit about them because I don't want to leave anything out. So we have Rashina and Chandra. They've been licensed. They're a licensed hairstylist from Columbia, Missouri. They've always dreamed of working together together in the salon. These childhood besties, I love it, have reached their 11-year mark this past June since their brand Duo Divas has been established. Also, they're celebrating 4 years of being salon owners together. So with that being said, ladies, thank y'all so much for coming today.
Thank you, Kendall, for having us.
I absolutely love it. So, of course, they always say two heads is always better than one. But what I've learned, right, a lot of times we don't mix business with pleasure. We don't mix business with personal. But you two have found a way to make it work. So can y'all just tell the people a little bit about your brand or a lot about your brand and how you became Duo Divas?
Sure.
I'll let you start, best friend.
Hey, everybody. I'm Rashina. So I would say that it started when we were teenagers. We've been besties literally since we were in elementary school. Literally, It's 6 of us besties. Out of the 6 of us, we're the 2 that do hair. So we were the ones growing up trying to mimic and mock the stylists in our hometown. We was trying to be greats like them, you know. So our friends was definitely ready. It was saving money for our moms and their moms and stuff. So we was being able to practice on them, use them as guinea pigs to, you know, build our craft and to get better and better. In high school, we had clientele, honey. We was charging $10, $15, thinking we was making big bucks. I mean, you was getting the styles that the girls in the salon were getting, but we always dreamt of wanting to go into business together. But it's not something that you hear like the normal best friends of 6 months, 2 years. We just met. We are literally like sisters and childhood besties that just happen to have the same blessed talent to then have the same dream of wanting to go into business together to then the dream happening and us going into business together.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
We're both from Missouri, Columbia, Missouri.
Yeah, we're both from Columbia, Missouri.
So how did y'all end up in Dallas?
I was here first.
Yeah, Rashina came
So
first.
the story is, we could talk to next week. The story's it's pretty deep. But I was in Texas first. Our other bestie out of the crew was here first after high school. I went to Arizona briefly for about 6 months. Didn't work out so great out there. I didn't want to go back home to Columbia. So the best friend Jessica, who was out here in Irvin, offered me to be able to come and move in with her. And we was able, your girl to have a job. I wasn't in school or nothing. I ended up transferring to a cosmetology school in Irvin, Texas. At the time, it was called International Academy of Beauty. And it was off of Irvin Boulevard in the Irvin Bazaar. They're no longer there. But I started there, went there in 04, graduated in 05. Okay. Chickened out, never took the state board. Ladies, don't do that. Finish out and do your thing, okay? I chickened out and didn't finish the state board, so I worked corporate America from 2006 to 2011, and then finally put the corporate America down, was like, I really got to get to my passion. This is not what I want to do. I'm ready to get into hair. Went, finally studied, took the test, passed, and started working in the salon in 2012. And then the bestie moved in 2014.
Oh, so you haven't been here too long.
No, so literally when 2014, June of 2014 is when I moved here. And I moved here, both kids was with me, like we was just on the road. Like there's literally times where I would have to like we moved to Texas. I ended up going to an apartment complex where we were in the back of the complex. And I didn't like that because my youngest son was only 1. So I moved in with Rashina for about a month. Mm-hmm. She opened her doors to me and I stayed there with her for a month. And then once my apartment was available, it literally was across the street. So across the parking lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we lived right across the parking lot. So not only do we have a business together, not only do we have a business together, we living across the street from each other. Like, it's like we straight grind mode. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I was sharing a station with one of the stylists, actually the owner at that time. And once the location next door opened up, like literally, like the room was probably a little bit smaller.
No, it's a lot smaller than this. Yeah. I don't even know the square foot. It had to be under 300 square feet.
No, literally.
It really was actually under 300 square feet.
I was like, Rashina, please come, this is where we could start. Like, because mind you, before I moved here, we were like, okay, so what are we going to name our brand? What are we going to do? I was like, Duo Divas. Like, it's 2 of us. Mm-hmm. So we got all the things together for that, like as far as like the name, the website, all the things. So I'm like, Rashina, this is it. Like, we got to do it. Mm-hmm. So we literally had, Rashina was in one corner, I'm in the other corner. Then we had the shampoo bowl and the dryer. And we literally, like, God's grace was around there. And like, we never was on top of each other. Like, it like went so smooth. Wow. So I just definitely feel like when it's time, it's time.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, like, now rewinding back when I was sharing stations with someone, I would literally have to drive back to Columbia sometimes just to pay my rent. So it was just like trying to get that, get that momentum going. And at that time, social media started getting big. So that's when we would start like hashtagging everything. Like, it was like ready to go. And as soon as I feel personally, Rashina may say something differently, but as soon as we got into that room, I feel like it just like,
it's
right. I am so sorry, little beautiful.
Look, it's okay. It's okay.
So I talk with my hands when I'm nervous, so I apologize.
If you need to move it back just a little bit, you good?
Will you still be able to hear me? I'm afraid if I still hit it though, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'll put it right here.
Okay.
But yeah, so I just feel like, and it's crazy just because from the years, like, I feel like the progression has continuously grown. And I feel like Rashina is the best person to tell how it's like went from small to now where we are.
Yeah, because I was going to get into, so you went from sharing a station.
Yes.
To becoming suite owners.
Yes.
That's huge.
Yes. It is.
So there's not a lot of African American suite owners. That's big boss. That's big boss talk.
To me personally, I feel like the both of us, I feel like we both have kind of been like, okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't really know. I don't realize.
We don't see it as much. Of course, we don't see it like what the outside people see as far as the grind and just the whole big picture of the process altogether. When you're in it, your head's down. Like, you putting in the work, you're trying to get to the end result. You're not really seeing how the fruits of the labor are coming together from what the outsiders start to see. Yeah. So, yeah, we don't look at it like that. It's just like, oh, we got to work. We going to work. And this is our goal. This is what we got to do to get to this goal. Oh, this happened. Okay, next, check off that. Next
we don't really realize it until we actually sit down and think of it. Like, we all would go when we were younger doing hair. We would be like in Rashina's room and we're like, have all of our friends and we're just in there like not even realizing it was manifesting right then and there. And like we literally worked right next to each other then at that time. We was 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And now here, I ain't gonna say our age. I don't know if Rashida cares.
I sure don't. 1984 in the house. Birthday coming up.
Y'all are funny.
So it's like literally like, so when we go back and think about it, like, oh, okay, I see what people are saying. But at the time, it's just like, we just going, just trying to take care of our kids and all the things.
So y'all have Duo Diva Salon Suites. Mm-hmm. So how did you all just not open up just another salon? Like, how did you end up embarking up on like opening your own salon suites? And what's next? Is it another one and another one? And like what can you bring us full circle into that story?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know how deep you want to go into that, but I would say for some people, it's a touchy subject for some people. I believe that COVID was somewhat of a business blessing for us.
Nice
I don't really
one.
like saying that only because it was so much hardship for some.
Yeah.
And it was hardship for us as well, only because we didn't realize what the next step was going to be for us. But when the opportunity came about,
We had to jump on it.
He's like,
So
"Best
we
friend,
had
what we
always
gonna do?"
wanted to be in a salon suites at one point. We knew we wanted something, either a salon, if not the new thing we knew was the salon suites. So we started on the salon side. Like she said, I was already there for 2 years, 2012 to 2014. She moved in 2014. There weren't any salon spaces available. So she then shared the space with the owner at the time.
Okay.
And then after there was right next door, the owner owned the salon side and the salon suites. So in the salon suites, one of the stylists ended up leaving. So that allowed Chandra to be able to have a comfortable space. And they were at the time like, just go, you can do it. You can take it on your own. We like, we trying to do this thing together. So she go, I go. And everybody's like, there's no way y'all going to fit in there. It's going to be too small.
yeah.
How you going to do that? We got over there and we proved everybody wrong. We didn't want to say it like that, but we got in there and we made it do what it do. We made that happen. We made it work from 2015 to 2016. The salon suite that we're currently in right now was another stylist who then ended up leaving. She ended up leaving. That ended up being the largest suite in the entire suites of all of them. All, 5 rooms total, 6 rooms?
Yeah,
So we got the largest suite. So we were like, oh, this is perfect. We asked the owner if we could move in there. She's like, absolutely. It's the two of y'all, way more space. It makes sense. And we started rolling after that. We done did classes. We've done, hair shows. We've done all this stuff to just brand and put ourselves out there. Anything that we could get in the DFW that had to do with the hair industry, Duo Divas was there. And before Chandra got to Texas, I was representing Duo Diva before it even started because I was going to everything and I would go and call her. Hey, I took this class today. This is what I learned. I'm sending stuff over to her. She come out here to Texas. We take classes together. So when we finally got in that large suite, we was on it. Like we can't miss a beat of anything that has to do with the hair industry, and we just continued to build. 2017 came, we knocked the wall out, and we made the suite even larger. 2021 came about, and we knocked that last wall out, which opened up the space completely. 2023, we had an interior designer come, and we have a whole shebang in there now.
love
But
it.
like I
It's
said, we
absolutely
gradually
beautiful.
worked ourselves and worked our way up. And like I said, it started off, I don't think y'all should do it together. You need to just let her go over there. You stay over here. And we were like, no, this is the beginning of the brand.
Because you
And
don't
when-
hear it very often.
You don't. And so when we did it, it took off. It's like she said, hashtagging every picture. We getting angles, front, back, before, afters, you name it. We doing it.
Everybody wanted to take a picture in front of the brown door.
Oh, yeah. That was before they painted it.
Where's the brown door?
Yeah, that was
People
the
would
brown
come.
infamous door. Everybody that was new clients, we want to get in front of the door. So we were taking pictures in front of that brown door.
Is
That
it
was
the one that's outside? That I take pictures in front? Oh, it's black
it's
now.
black,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
baby.
okay.
That was a woody color at that time. So people, that's how they recognized who she and I were too from those photos of the hashtags. And then again, our thing that set us apart is that it's two of us. People thought we were twins. Ironically, she's an actual twin in real life.
I do have
She has a
a
twin
brother.
brother, but we're not twins. We're not blood related, but we've been along the journey together. We're
May as
sisters
well
by
be.
Christ.
Yeah.
Amen.
But no, we're not blood sisters. And so that was also another trendy thing. And then we dressed alike. So if I had on a black shirt and white pants, she'd have on the white shirt with the black pants. Like that was the thing that put us out there to people like, oh, that's the Duo Divas.
And we modeled our own hair and stuff.
Our
So
own
I
hairline.
want to get more into that. You are extensionist.
Yes.
Or extension specialist.
Healthy hair
So can you give us a what do you specialize in? What do you offer? Services, products, all the things.
Oh, yeah.
Starting out, I feel like me and Rashina both are stylists that we just kind of did a little bit of everything except for the braids. Would you say? Yeah. So we did a lot of like the healthy hair, silk press, natural hairstyles outside of like the twists, locks, stuff like that, braids. We also do extensions, whether it be micro links, K-tips, tape-ins, extensions, sew-in wise, wig units, or that's what like color was like the really main thing that we did. Yeah, I mean, what else we do, best friend?
Yeah, we have all that. When we first started, honestly, we did sell products as in edge control,
we did.
a heat protectant spray, and hair extensions. But we actually have just now went down to the hair extensions.
Okay.
Just because that's pretty much what we specialize in the most. And honestly, it wasn't selling that much. The edge control, we was kind of having issues trying to find a chemist and stuff to get in the correct, product and for it to not have the cakiness, to have the whiteness. So we kind of backed off of that. And what worked for us best and what is continuing to work is the hair hair extensions, because that's kind of like the number one thing that we specialize in. She is a trichologist now, licensed. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So she is definitely
My fault.
into the hair, as far as the healthiness of the scalp and stuff. Alopecia clients, those with thinning, hair loss. She's definitely now in that category too. So that has been added to the resume. Don't forget, ma'am.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we do all of that. But we stayed in our lane. Let me take that back, because we don't do lace wigs and certain things when it comes to the wigs.
Bring the record straight, honey.
Yes.
Let the people know.
And no offense, no shade, ladies and hairstylists out there that do the wigs with the lace, because y'all killing the game, okay? Duo Divas has had their run with that. But no, we do strictly just the closure installs, which are considered to be glueless.
So you're
So there
traditional.
is no... Yeah, no glue, no none of that. Those lace wigs, as far as that, our days are over with that. It's strictly just closure wigs, and if not, the U-part wigs where you have your natural leave-out. We're going to teach you how to keep up with your leave-out, what products to use to keep the
Definitely going to give you a
leave-out
regimen
safe.
before you leave.
Yeah, you're going to get a regimen on how to keep up with your hair whenever you leave the salon, what products to use, what not to use, how to tie it up, when to come back for your maintenances, all of that.
Yeah.
I love it.
You know what I've noticed?
What's that?
I feel like, me and Rashina, we've been doing hair for almost 20 some odd years. And I noticed that when you first started being a hairstylist, like everybody was doing like everything. And I've noticed now that we're getting, I guess 2025 is just a new thing where everybody's trying to find their niche. Like everybody just does exactly what they do. You're coming to get this and this and that.
Yeah.
And that's it. I know for us, we want to be able to offer those variety of services. However, we also have like that lane, like Rashina was saying.
Yeah.
And I know that lane is, we don't really want people to do a lot of like the chair hopping thing, but if that's what you want to do, just don't come back and ask us to fix it. Not saying it like that, but I just want it to be, for our clients to come in. And also, side note too, when our clients do come, they have two stylists. So if my schedule isn't, helping with their appointment, they're more than welcome to go to Rashina and vice versa.
That's good.
Yeah, so we have the open door policy.
Yeah, that's what we call our open door policy. So when we have new clients coming in, we're like, hey, if you can't get in with me, feel free to go with Rashina. If you can't get in with Rashina, feel free to go to anybody in this salon suite. They'll be able, even people next door, like somebody will be able to accommodate you in some way. But I just thought that was neat how people are now starting to be like, you know what? I don't do that. And it's okay.
Such and such, and we can refer you out.
Yeah, it's okay.
Because getting started, we were trying to be those stylists that did it all.
Yeah.
And then again, like I say, when you're building your clientele, you're trying to get your name out there, you're going to pretty much do whatever it takes to grind and get it going. And so we did what we had to do. But now that we've kind of gotten an established clientele and we've been in the game a little bit and kind of had some, experience under our belt. Also, too, y'all, we mothers of two boys each. So, we outside of work, we have personal life. So, it was becoming a lot trying to do all of that. And then when you're getting people that come in and you're not doing a specific style over and over again, you're not as confident in that area. So then it's making the time longer, having to fix it and this, that, and the third. That's what I ran across for self personally. So I learned like, okay, short hair is not my thing. Yeah. I'm going to send you to a short hair stylist and refer you to the best of the best. No offense, but I'm not going to be that stylist who's going to try to take your money. I'm not going to say I can do it and you get in the chair and then I can't do it.
Right.
If I can, I'm going to tell you this is what I can or cannot do. This is what I suggest and this is who I refer you out to. And I feel like once we found that in our lane, it's been working for our business as well. Because we get the girls that come for the extensions and for the healthy hair, silk presses, color, whatever. And it's been working. Because it's stressful when you're trying to do it all.
Absolutely.
And you can't do it all.
Actually works better for your business.
Absolutely.
I used to be the jack of all trades type of stylist and mastered nothing. Okay. And so even in this day and time, I found niching down. I do short hair, cut and color. That's it.
Yes.
And so when people are looking for whatever it is you do, they're going to come looking for you.
Exactly.
Because now you show up as a specialist. You show up as the expert in that particular lane. So absolutely, niching down that's going to always be the top. If I have advice for somebody who's trying to figure out business, like niche down.
Yeah, find your niche.
Find your lane and stick to that. Stay consistent because when people are looking for a stylist, they're going to go and look for the stylist that shows the most consistent of what they're looking for.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I know even for myself, I'm not really into social media much at this point, but there was a point in time where I was just like, I got to post at 9, 3, and 9 o'clock at night. Like I was just like, we have to do it.
Yeah.
But now it's like, and then what I found was that people were kind of putting me in my niche, or niche, however you say it. They were putting me in that category of the silk presses, because I felt like they were putting me in that category because I felt like that was what was getting the most, interaction, and
And your audience, they'll tell you what they want.
Absolutely. They're going to tell you.
They'll
so it
tell
was
you.
the color, silk press, traditional sewings, that type of thing. That's what would draw most on my page. Or bobs, like they sticking me in the bobs, like Rihanna bobbed me out, But I was like, okay, well, does that mean that not saying, or making it seem I wasn't as good in those other areas,
Right.
but I found it to be, and not to mention, that was the easier thing. That was like my comfortable thing of
Yeah.
where I was at too. So I found myself like, you know what, like Chandra, it's okay. You can scale back.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you don't have to.
It actually makes the day go by smoother.
So much smoother because you've been doing it repetitive, so you know how to get them
It
in and
comes
out.
easy.
Yeah.
And what may come hard for somebody else, it comes easy for you because that's what you enjoy doing the most. That's what
No,
you do
for
the
real.
easiest.
Yeah.
I can do finger waves with my eyes closed. I can do a
Yes.
haircut with my eyes closed,
Yeah.
But for somebody else, that may not be as easy for them to do. So
I feel like when you step in your gift.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay. Like step in your gift and, walk in it.
That would be my advice, like you
chest
said,
out.
to anybody coming into the industry of barbering or hairstyling, anything in the beauty industry. Like you said, now it's changed a little bit. Prior 2 years ago, it was kind of, do everything you can to try to get the clients. But now everybody's kind of been in their own lane. So you just stick to what you feel comfortable with, that you're good at, what you're, confident in, and that you feel like you can get them in, get them out. Not so much like just getting them in, getting them out, but, on a consistent time frame to keep your clients flowing, keep everything rolling. You stick to that.
And so they're not waiting all day in the salon.
Don't even
because
get me started on that, because that's the thing we have big thing about.
If you want quality clients,
yes.
high-end clients,
Yes, ma'am.
you do not want to keep them in the salon all day. So for someone who's doing, because I would say that would be more of a lengthy service what you do, right? And so how do you, if you could drive it home or, add value to someone who may not have mastered time management when it comes to hair extensions, what would you tell them as to how you keep the flow going, where your clients are in and they're out, and they're not waiting all day? Like, how do you do that?
I would say the time management has to do with being prepared. I feel like having everything that you need for that particular style that you're getting ready to do. Also, too, just having your background of knowing how to do that style. If you know how to do it and you've been doing it repetitive, you know that it's going to take you XYZ amount of minutes to do it. So you got to get in there and get it done. Put a little extra time on there for someone that has a little bit more hair, or someone that's a little more tender-headed than the prior person, because we do have to braid them down to get the extensions on if they're doing like a sew-in. But I would just say trying to have everything lined up as far as being in order of your process. So at 9 o'clock you need to have your needles threaded, you need to have all your products lined up, make sure they come with their bundles clean, make sure their hair is clean. If not, they're going to get their extensions and their hair washed or shampooed or whatever at that time. Make sure that you don't have any braids prior to your appointment. You don't have anything that's in your hair that I'm going to have to try to comb out to try to, that's going to basically make the service longer. Come prepared. Just come prepared, have them prepared, educating the client, letting them know what to expect for the appointment. And for me, that's what works for me. And that's how I can get them in and get them out. And then again, the more you do something over and over, the quicker you become at it. So
some people think that, doing those types of services, they got a double book, triple book.
Oh, absolutely not. We don't
So
even
it's
believe in
one
that.
person at a time.
Absolutely.
One
We get praise for that. I'm not trying to
See?
toot the horn or nothing, but ladies, it's important.
So,
those days are over.
what we like to do, I know so you were asked like someone who's starting out, who's not very good,
or if they've been in business,
or if they've been. You can set you a timer.
Yeah.
Like start at 2 hours and drop it. Time. What is it called? Stop clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Set a timer, 2 hours. Like Rashina said, make sure all your stuff is prepared. And as soon as you get ready to start that first braid, set a timer. Then see how fast you can get. But with great work. You know what I'm saying? Like making sure that you may be moving quite fast. I know for me, when I got my license, I did an apprenticeship. So what that indicated was I actually went in and I was being taught, but as I was being taught, I was actually getting those hours. And my teacher was very, very mean. at least at the time. But now I'm grateful for how she was to me because she was like, don't nobody want to be here with you all day. I need you to hurry up and it better be looking right. Like she was like, them roller sets had to be tight and I had to get them done in 20 minutes. No matter how long, short, however, I had to get it done.
That.
Yes. So with that being said, that has helped me. Like I've had a client before that be like, why are you moving so fast? I see you in a rush, but your hair looks good when you're done though.
Absolutely.
Like that's how I learned.
Yeah, and
so,
everybody's different. So she's a faster stylist. I'm more mid-speed. I can be quicker on certain services, but other services is going to take that a max amount. And it's not that I'm going slow. That's just my speed. I'm not super slow, but she's always been a fast stylist. So she can get it done quick. Some people took that in the beginning as an insult, like, are you rushing on my hair? What's the issue? But once she explained, that she's just quick. Some people are faster than others, and it's okay. But getting them in and getting them out is a big deal for us. We don't do the double booking. That was always a cliche. That was always kind of the reputation that, unfortunately, Black salons or African-American salons had a reputation of. And we wanted to make very sure that Duo Divas was not that reputation. We wanted to be able to get the ladies in, get them out, and then provide a full service. One-stop shop. You come and get your hair in here. You can get, at the time, the edge control, the heat protecting. It was all within one. Yeah. So we've been keeping that, and it's been working.
Yeah. So how can everyone find you? On social media, website, across all platforms? How can they book Duo Divas? Are y'all still accepting new clients?
Yeah.
How can they find you?
duodiva.com. And then we also have Duo Divas on Instagram and on Facebook.
And TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok. Okay. Yep. Awesome. Website? Booking site?
Duodiva.com.
Duodiva.com.
So through Duodiva.com, you'll select Rashina or you'll select Chandra, and it'll take you to both of our direct booking sites.
Yeah. All right, ladies. Well, this has been fun. Thank y'all so much for joining. I really appreciate you.
Yes, thank you for having us. We appreciate it. We can talk to y'all till next week.
Now.
Clearly, can you see?
Thank y'all so much for watching. Again, like, share, subscribe, and we will see y'all next time.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.